Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Ludi tonight. What an exciting match between Cherry Limeade and Prelude. Cherry Limeade winning that one 5-2. Coming up next, we have a Div 5 matchup, like we said, between two teams who played in Friday Night Frenzy Seasons 3 and Season 4. Aquatic Vanguard versus Marine Melody. So, VT, take it away with this.
But I do recognize some of their players. I'm guessing we're going to go into the match here? Yeah, there we go. Coming out on the side of Aquatic Vanguard in orange, sorry. Aquatic Vanguard in orange. Blue is Marine Melody. We see the bow from Twig, the junior from Ike, the splash from Cactu, and the sloshing machine from... Oh man, I forgot the other player. But they're gonna rush out from OVT, thank you. And they're gonna come into mid. Seems like Marine Melody is focusing more on paint. They did get the pop. And it's gonna be a slow pass game here until they get a picks. Once we see a few picks, we're gonna start moving in and seeing some aggression.
I think it's quite interesting to see a tri-stringer come out here. I'm a tri-stringer main myself, actually, so I love to see that pick, but we don't see it too much in comp. I think that there's some pretty good angles that tri-stringer can get here, especially shooting over those walls and the cover against leaders. I think it's got a really good matchup here, and as people learn to play it more, maybe we'll see it more in the meta. With the newest patch with its paint buff as well, I think it's doing really well. We're seeing a pick here on the side of Marine Melody as they're rushing towards the first checkpoint, and they're able to get it in there. 3 down on the side of Aquatic Vanguard. We'll see if Marine Melody can keep this push going.
They got a wipeout, huge wipeout from the side of Marine Melody. They get picked off right at the end from the Rainmaker. We won't see much else of a push here. They were kind of shocking. We knew they were going to get picked off. They were trying to go for the jump. Won't be able to. And now Aquatic Vanguard is going to start moving into the middle, into the base of Marine Melody. Get past that first checkpoint. Hopefully get a push. A great start from Marine Melody, especially from getting those picks, getting that wipe, and how they were using it. Unfortunate pick by the by Aquatic Vanguard for Marine Melody, picking off Marine Melody, Rainmaker holder, and stopping the push completely.
It's definitely a really good opening there. I think both these teams are playing this so well. They're really good teams. I haven't had personally any practice against Aquatic Vanguard, but I know that they are definitely a fan favorite to win low ink. I've played against Marine Melody myself, and I know that the aggression that this team can bring to the table, they've got really strong team members. Their leader player actually as well, I've seen pop off in several low ink matches. I think that they're a really strong contender. We're going to see them go back kind of in the neutral game here as the Rainmaker resets in the mid. We got the Flingza underneath this ledge, trying to see if it can get some paint on the ground, but both teams are going to just try to poke here at each other until we can get a pick and move forward. And with that, the splash goes down on the side of Marine Melody. See what Aquatic Vanguard can do with that.
Vanguard with a good pick won't be able to. Oh, it seems like they're going to try to start a push here. Ooh, and sorry, it lagged a little bit for me. Their crab is going to come out on the side of Aquatic Vanguard. One pick goes down. The brush is respawning back in again. The Flingza's trying to find something. They pick off that Flingza. Won't be able to make much of a push. 2 go down on the side of Aquatic Vanguard, and that is the push completely stopped for Aquatic Vanguard. Marine Melody's playing a good defense, and they're coming in wanting to win this set. Aquatic Vanguard seeming to try to push in, gets the 2 picks. It's hard for them to get rid of this defense. They gotta figure something out soon. If not, they might start losing time and won't have anything to push up with. It seems like one goes down on the side of Marine Melody. Aquatic Vanguard might start getting a push going, as they have the junior and they have the crab, or the big bubbler and the crab. It seems like Booyah Bomb also comes out. They also have Killer Whale. They might go for something here. They have all the specials, but they're wasting one, and the sloshing machine goes down. That's a huge pick for Marine Melody. This brush is definitely a pain in the butt for them to deal with. They're trying to push up. They're 2 down on the side of Marine Melody. This might be a push for Aquatic Vanguard. It's in between, and it seems like, oh, they were going to get pinched. I don't know what happened with the person behind, but this leader is trying to pick them off, and they still don't get the lead. This defense from Marine Melody is amazing.
They're really doing a good job here putting it together, but Aquatic Vanguard not giving it up yet, picking up the Rainmaker, pushing it forward. Just a few more points to take the lead from Marine Melody. It looks like they get 2 more picks on Marine Melody. They may be able to push forward here and get even more points on this board. The Tri-Stringer, we're gonna, oh, this is Splash, my bad, is gonna push in. Unfortunately, doesn't get the pick there, but they're fighting hard over this Rainmaker. A nice stop from the Flingza. Marine Melody definitely knows how to keep this push, or stop these pushes from coming into their base. They got a Crab Tank coming out now on the side. They're just hoping to get Aquatic Vanguard out of here so they can get some more space, but they come in from the back door and push it in just a little bit more.
Aquatic Vanguard at the last second gets the lead and then gets even more here to kind of secure this win of from Marine Melody after such a difficulty. They're gonna go into overtime. They don't see the splash sharking. I think that was the splash and the pick goes down. Marine Melody loses the first game. Aquatic Vanguard is up 1-0 in a tight game where I don't think either team really had a stronger advantage against the other team. I think this was a fair fight. Marine Melody, just their defense fell apart at the end and they got it through with a 31 push, and Aquatic Vanguard wins Mincemeat Metalworks.
That's like this that I think are so exciting when you have really well-matched teams that go back and forth with each other and are able to respond to each other's pushes very well. It's much more interesting to see, in my opinion, than some of these really fast, like 30-second games that happen. We're really seeing like good level gameplay from both of these teams. Both of these teams are in, like, you know, the higher level of low-level teams, and they're teams that we can see perform really strongly in these tournaments, and both, I think, have a really good chance to make it out of their group and make it to playoffs this Ludi season.
I definitely agree, especially we were talking about earlier how Aquatic Vanguard was one of those teams where they were favored into winning the entire Lowing. And now you're seeing Marine Melody, a now Alpha Bracket contender. We've been seeing them a lot in Alpha Bracket, and this is kind of showing where Marine Melody is growing as a team from the LSL team to winning the Invitational, I believe, of LSL, and then now also doing very well against this high stakes Alpha Bracket team. But we're gonna move on to Mako Mart Zones.
I totally agree. Definitely with seeing weird weapons. This game is still so new. We're just going into our chill season, 3 months into the game, and the meta is still definitely changing, especially in these lower levels. We see actually an X-Splosher coming out from Marine Melody. X-Splosher is a really good pick here, I think. It's able to cap zone pretty far back, like on the block, and be able to get shots onto all 4 quadrants of the zone. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna see this Tri-Slosher sharking on the ledge. Like I said before, these weapons are able to take such good advantage of these walls and being able to poke and prod over them and get picks on enemy teams.
I talked about earlier about Nito's Tri-Slosher, something we might see later in the future. They definitely seem to pull it out this game. And as Marine Melody go 3 down, all 3 others are responding. Aquatic Vanguard takes the zone back, and now they have control. Will Aquatic Vanguard be able to lock out? We'll definitely see if they'll be able to, especially when now another Marine Melody member going out. The pressure is on Marine Melody to find some picks here, find a way to stop Aquatic Vanguard's huge lockout here, and especially with the defense that Aquatic Vanguard is holding. You know, we're seeing this Expo and Flingza. It seems like a more passive comp. If they can get some picks, maybe they might be able to use that Expo for better help. Here comes Marine Melody. They pick one down. This is their opportunity. Here comes the missiles. They immediately focus it on the Tri-Slosher. Tri-Slosher's going to move right, and they get the picks, and now they have the zone. They're going to have to get rid of this Flingza that's sitting on the top right. Oh, I'm sorry, the E-Leader, who is now moving back, and Marine Melody takes control. This is very important for them.
We see that was a great take back of zone from Marine Melody. Both teams again playing so well. This X-Splosher here able to just control so much space with these giant paint explosions. Another pick from that X-Flow, that's fantastic. But missiles are coming in here, forcing it to move. Both Flingzas coming out is really interesting, especially after the missile nerf that came out soon. But either way, Flingza still puts out so much paint, and those missiles can just force players to move. We actually see the lead change here to Marine Melody. They're going to try to hold pressure here and try to keep this zone and see if they can push it to a knockout for them.
This is a huge... Oh, sorry, continue.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, this is a huge lead for Marine Melody, especially at the area they were stuck in. They were stuck in this area where they couldn't get rid of Aquatic Vanguard. They were moving around. They weren't able to find anything. and now they found the lead, but this is where it gets dangerous. Look how much paint Aquatic Vanguard has, but the issue with Aquatic Vanguard is they don't seem to be moving up more. They gotta pop these missiles when they start pushing back in from the side of Aquatic Vanguard. If they pop those missiles while Marine Melody's pushing in, that's definitely a way to stop them, because now here comes Marine Melody specials. Here come the OBT defensive special of the missiles, and they trade two. They trade one, and then another one goes down on Marine Melody. This lead will most likely go to Aquatic Vanguard unless Marine Melody can find some picks. And there you go, the changes in the lead is happening. But that's not the only thing that they're worried about. They're worried about the KO. They're right there at 5 ticks, and it seems like Aquatic Vanguard will win the game is with a wipeout as well right at the end, making it 2-0 Aquatic Vanguard.
Yes, that's such a good offense from Aquatic Vanguard. Both teams really showing how well they're able to take control of this zone and hold space, and being able to deny those opponents entry to take the zone. Definitely some really good gameplay from both teams. You can see why they're so both loved in the community, and both have really high expectations to win such high-level tournaments, or well, high-level, low-level tournaments, like low ink, I should say. Either way, I think both of these teams are playing so well. I'm really liking the weapon choices that we're seeing here, such as this Explo coming out, and this Custom Junior as well, which is a new addition this chill season, which I think makes really great use of those torps, as you can see kind of here in this replay, as they're able to throw them, get some chip damage, and get some paint on the ground as well.
Immense lead comebacks from both teams. For Marine Melody, they were down a huge amount. They came back, they said, we still have this in the bag, we still have an opportunity. And Aquatic Vanguard was like, remember who had the lead originally, especially such a great lead at the start. And they were like, we're not letting you have this back. We're taking this and moving on to game 3. And in game 3 is Clan Blitz, Scourge Gorge. And as we've seen for the last 2 games, Mako Mart, more of an aggressive type map. You see a lot of pushing up, not so much of a passive game. Won't let them keep going. And it seems like we're going to go straight here into Clan Blitz, Scourge Gorge. Take it away, Toma.
Let's see our weapons. We got a heavy splatling coming out on the side of Aquatic Vanguard. We got a splat. There we go. The splatter scope coming out on the side of Marine Melody with that vac I was talking about that we might see for those pushes. Both teams are rushing towards mid right now, trying to build up some clams so that they can make a push later on. A really important part for clams, of course, is getting that control in mid and finding a lot of clam control. Many teams I see struggling with getting the picks, but then not necessarily always having the clams to follow through with a push. You can see on the top we've got right now, one of them just went down, but we had Aquatic Vanguard with some clams. That clam lead is now switching over, was switching over to Marine Melody. Trades are going back and forth real fast here. We got the Tri-Strike coming in. Looks like they're pushing in up here, but are they going to have enough to make a power clam? They're one short. Let's see if that heavy can throw a clam, and they do, and that's going to be a first clam dunk by Aquatic Vanguard.
Aquatic Vanguard starting with the good push, and here this is what we were talking about. Look how aggressive Aquatic Vanguard's comp is compared to Marine Melody. This Flingza isn't super fast, this Charger isn't super fast, and they can't seem to find anything. There goes the Flingza down, there goes the Junior down, and now you're Marine Melody, you're panicking, you're trying to figure out how can we get out of here, we need a pick, we need something, and it's just a full-on aggression from Aquatic Vanguard isn't letting them, and they could go 100-0 here. It is very possible. They seem to be getting more and more clams, but Aquatic Vanguard seems to be getting more and more picks. It's a trade. Flingza goes down, the Heavy goes down. They seem to not have clams, and I do believe this will be it, and Marine Melody will finally be able to get rid of the big push that Aquatic Vanguard just had, and this could be affecting the entire game, and Aquatic Vanguard could have just won.
Such a huge opening push we saw there from Aquatic Vanguard. They did a really good job of keeping their members in there, trying to keep Marine Melody from dropping on them. Especially you noticed that their Heavy would go back and fetch clams to throw up to the basket for their teammates to dunk. Really good job of making sure that they were keeping that basket open for a long time instead of throwing in everything that they had all at once and then letting the push die too fast. And then we have a wipeout here on the side of Marine Melody. Aquatic Vanguard's going to use this time to take some space, build some clams, and push up into their base if they can. Again, I think we're about to see this really aggressive play coming in as they dunk another clam. They're going to unload their specials right under Marine Melody's denying them as much space as they can. The shot's going in, they're getting a pick. We got the brush with the zip caster. They've got a few more clams building up, and that's another wipeout on Marine Melody's side as they're gonna dunk these last few clams. Will it be enough for a wipeout? Let's see, and oh, the stream's
Yeah, the stream froze. Well, we'll never know.
Let's
I get.
see.
Oh.
The community.
Hey everybody, sorry about that. So what happened was, I believe on my end as the host, the internet died. And as me not being a player and just a spectator, I have no say of any replays or what happens. That is all up to Aquatic Vanguard and Marine Melody per the rules of Ludi. So as soon as I get word from one of the captains, I'll let you guys know what the status is. But, you know, we were in that match where Aquatic Vanguard was really tearing it up there in Game 3. So we will just be on hold for a little bit, and we will let you know when we have an update. All right, we do have a result for that Game 3. AV did win. Again, I don't know if they actually played out that match or not, or if they just won based on how far ahead they were and according to I guess like the Ludi rules. But one of the players says Aquatic Vanguard says that they have screenshots, and I'm assuming Marine Melody's on the same page. So sorry we couldn't bring you that conclusion. That being said, right now Aquatic Vanguard is up 3-0 against Marine Melody. Toma and VT, you guys take it away again.
Blackouts tend to happen because what they do is they seem to have the specials, they push up in, but they misuse them. They might not use them in the correct order, they might not use them at the right time, maybe they're waiting for a pick, maybe they stall, a lot can happen, and they end up getting wiped, and that's the end of the game. They end up getting locked out. But we're going to start here on tower control, Eotel Alley. These comps are kind of exactly the same, well, kind of the same from the side of Marine Melody. You see that back line. Oh, well, no, actually, I'm tripping. These comps are different. I'll take it away, so I'm going crazy.
I'm interested to see the heavy splat link here. I definitely think it's one of those anchor choices that is able to be a little bit more aggressive and move forward more with the team, which could be really important against Aquatic Vanguard's aggression. But also, this splat charger here is a very interesting pick, and Vac is such a good choice, especially on tower control for defending these checkpoints or pushing through a checkpoint. Being able to be on that tower, pop that Vac, and just say, no, you're not going to be able to get a splat on us until my Vac is over. We see in the bubble, one going down to the splat bombs as both are one down. We got a bubble on the tower on the side of Marine Melody as they attempt to make their first push. We got 2 down, 3 down on the side of Aquatic Vanguard.
Hey, did you hear what I was talking about lockouts? 3 go down on the side of Aquatic Vanguard, and now Marine Melody is running through these checkpoints like it's a Black Friday opening. It is crazy. They are definitely doing well, especially with trying to lock out. This is the push you want to see. Even if it's a wipeout, it's okay. You got to the final checkpoint, taking down even in the final checkpoint, going to 26. I talked about this the entire time. They popped specials. You saw that big bubbler from the junior. Didn't work out. From the side of Aquatic Vanguard. Now, Aquatic Vanguard has 3 specials, now 4 specials. Can they use them correctly? Hopefully not get wiped out, not get picked off, and they'll be able to start a push. And this is where Aquatic Vanguard is turning the tables. They said, you did it on us, now we'll do it on you. And here they come pushing up. Here, the second checkpoint going down. And now you're Marine Melody, you're worried. What just happened? How did this switch up so much? How did we go from being wiped, having such a good lead, to now quite possibly losing that lead? Right here, they will lose that lead, and Marine Melody is now in a dire situation to get these guys off of this tower, but they get the checkpoint, and the big bubbler is helping out Aquatic Vanguard. They might get the stop. There's already by jumping on. Aquatic Vanguard goes down. That seemed like it was gonna happen, and paint control is now on the side of Marine Melody, and exactly what happened. They got a bunch of picks, they kept the lockout going, and they got a huge lead. The tables really turned.
Marine Melody, they're really trying to tell Aquatic Vanguard, hey, the game is not over yet as they stop that tower at 6 and push forward on their own push now. Oh, we see one behind, or was that in front? No, it was in front. And we're gonna see Marine Melody get now on the tower and start making a push of theirs again. They've got the junior here on the tower ready to bubble to get them through some tough situations. The splash goes down on the side of Marine Melody. Let's see if they'll be struggling to keep up this push with one down. Got the leader, or not the leader, the sniper looking at tower as well. Can be a little bit terrifying for anybody who wants to jump on there with a laser pointed directly at it, as they're forced to back up here into mid a little bit and give a little more space before they resume this push.
Your offense, and you cannot let these players go down. Your players start going down, you start equalizing, or you start being down in numbers, and there you go. That's a trade. But see, that trade doesn't help you because now you're still tied in numbers. The big bubbler is gone, but here comes Marine Melody. They might be trying to prove something wrong. The bombs pick them off. They're jumping. They're desperately trying to find something. That's 2, that's 3, and there might be a 4th. I do not believe so, as the 4th is sitting behind a wall, and Marine Melody, they cannot have their players go down. They have to get the other players from Aquatic Vanguard out so they can start pushing in. If they start pushing when they are maybe a member or 2 down, they're not going to be able to pull anything off. Aquatic Vanguard is starting to aggress again, and with 40 seconds left on the clock, Marine Melody desperately needs something.
Aquatic Vanguard really showing off of their aggression here and showing why they're such a favorite in this tournament. And they're going to go here and get the KO on Marine Melody, making this set now 4-0. They only need one more game to take the rest of this set. Marine Melody now looking for the reverse sweep to happen.
Well, well, well. Aquatic Vanguard is knocking on that door of this 5-0 set. To what it seems like that's the path it's going through. But Marine Melody can still make an amazing comeback, a reverse sweep in general. But you got to start it off somewhere. And if you don't start it off with the win, you're not going to start it off anywhere. And this is where Marine Melody, we saw them. Great push at the start. This is exactly what happened in the Rainmaker game. Great push at the start, dominated, and then just started losing it. And then they lost it at the end. Not the end, they lost it more of the middle of the game. They couldn't find it towards the end, and they started feeding. They couldn't find anything. They were desperately looking for something with 40 seconds left on the clock, as the replay is showing. This vacuum kind of securing them this halfway through the bridge, and with all of them respawning, they're trying to figure something out. That player on that top left knows that Aquatic Vanguard is looking at them, and the KO is inevitable. The final destination for Aquatic Vanguard, they win this, that's it. But for Marine Melody, they're not looking at this as the final destination. They're looking at this as one game at a time. And here we go on Museum del Foncino Rainmaker. Take it away, Toma.
First on the Museum, we're going to see the leaders come back on both sides as they're able to just reach across that mid into each other's plats. Both very threatening weapons on this map. We're going to see both teams poke and prod in the middle with bombs, and the first pick goes to Marine Melody with their sniper. And see if they can get some space here in mid now with the 1-down situation and take advantage of that. But unfortunately, one other Marine Melody member is going to go down as they take trades, both teams back and forth across mid. Looks like Aquatic Vanguard is able to take a little more space here, but the leader from Marine Melody gets the leader from Aquatic Vanguard, and we see a pick going here from Marine Melody on the Flingza. Are they going to be able to pick up Rainmaker here and start this first push to checkpoint?
This is interesting. You saw the trades. You see Marine Melody has the control, but why is Aquatic Vanguard not moving up? And this is especially what we need to see from Marine Melody is the aggression. But now they go 1 down, 1 just respawn, and here comes Aquatic Vanguard. They're knocking on that door. They want this win, and especially with how they've been playing, they have proven that they deserve this win. But Marine Melody definitely has some picks here, and that's another one for Aquatic Vanguard that is very, very good. Marine Melody, not so much, and they're going to start moving back with all these specials, all these pressure, and a pick goes down on the side of Aquatic Vanguard. Could this be the start? Another one. This could pick off the leader. Could they do it? Oh, they were so close. They weren't able to, and they're going to start moving up with the Rainmaker. Here we go. Can they get the first checkpoint? Marine Melody secures the first checkpoint as a statement of how they want this win so badly. There's 2 down on the side of Aquatic Vanguard. We could see something huge from Marine Melody here, maybe a huge push. We've seen these huge pushes. Can they keep this lead even if they get this huge push?
Definitely showed here that they're not out of the game as they get it all the way in their opponent's plat up here. We got one more on the side of Marine Melody up. That's maybe going to back up here, let their team get back in with them to start another push, hopefully. We see them kind of sharking here under this ledge, ready to respond to anything that Aquatic Vanguard does here. As the brush comes in, trying to fish around middle just to see what they can get. But this shield unpopped, now finally popped. They're going to probably let it reset here back into mid so that they can start getting control there and make a push of their own.
We see Aquatic Vanguard 3 specials right now. You're 2 down on the side. That's a 1 respawn and 2 down on the side of Marine Melody. And your Marine Melody, you're getting kind of iffy. You can't get these. You can't go down so much. If you go down so much, you're never going to have anything to defend with. And this is exactly what we're seeing now. Their super aggression comes out, and 3 picks from the side of Marine Melody. Could they get another? They won't seem to find the Flingza. The Flingza is, I think they jumped out. I thought they were hiding somewhere. But the Flingza did jump out. Oh no, they sat in the corner, I guess, and died, getting picked off by one of the Marine Melody members. But Marine Melody, that statement defense, showing that they want to be back in this, they want to win this game, and they want to keep going.
Marine Melody showing an excellent offense here as they push up into the opponent plat. But it looks like someone's going to sneak around from Aquatic Vanguard in mid. I'm not sure if Marine Melody notices that they're here yet. And it looks like they do. Them to go down to the bomb as Marine Melody gets another pick. But they're both 1 down right now as they need to find more picks. 2 down on the side of Aquatic Vanguard. We're going to see them pick up the Rainmaker here and begin their push. There's someone behind the Rainmaker, it seems, as they turn around to take care of that. And the leader's looking here. And of course, we have the missiles coming out as well. Everything that up, and then the Rainmaker goes down as Aquatic Vanguard says, no, we're not going to let you push any further, and they get the wipeout on Marine Melody.
It's interesting. The issue here for Aquatic Vanguard is that this Rainmaker is so far back. Marine Melody put it so far back that now they got to move up, and Marine Melody gets a chance to respawn. The issue for Marine Melody is they have no paint, so if they start rushing in like that brush did, nothing's gonna end up happening. That big bubbler is super important, but they're 2 down on the side of Aquatic Vanguard. They picked one, 2 down on the side of Marine Melody. They picked one off on the side of Aquatic Vanguard, and this is bad. But what a huge play for the side of Aquatic Vanguard. They gotta get a stop here. Here comes Marine Melody. They're rushing in. They have no opportunity. They only have 20 seconds. They gotta get a stop here. They won't get a stop here, and the lead goes to Aquatic Vanguard, and there is no time left for Aquatic Vanguard. For Marine Melody to let them keep pressuring up. They gotta stop this right now and start making their push. They have 10 seconds. If they don't let these, if they don't get these Aquatic Vanguard members out of their plat, out of their base, this game could be over, and we're gonna go to overtime. The comeback is quite literally possible for Marine Melody. They have the specials. They cannot die this leader. This leader is dangerous. Keep an eye on him, if not, or keep an eye on them, if not. They might be, oh, and the flank, they're 2 down. This is an issue, and the game is over. Aquatic Vanguard takes the sweep and sends it home, showing that they deserve this 5-0.
Great gameplay from both sides. I think Aquatic Vanguard just really showed their aggression here and was able to get up in Marine Melody's faces and tell them, no, we're going to take this set, as they go home with the 5-0 tonight. But it's definitely 2 teams I would keep your eyes on for the rest of the Ludi season, because they both have great potential within this group.
You know, we were looking at Aquatic Vanguard a lot during the set, and you know, Marine Melody, good pushes. Aquatic Vanguard just said, you don't have the finisher that we have, and they, every game, especially at the Rainmaker, the zones, it's the only map except for the Clan Blitz one, Marine Melody had a great push, and Aquatic Vanguard just said, we know how to finish it off better, and just finished it off for them. And it's a 5-0, but a 5-0 that is closer than it seems, especially with how they played here today. Aquatic, Vanguard, 5-0 Marine Melody. Watch out for them this low ink. They will be definitely a great team to check out.
Of course, for sure, we're going to keep an eye out on both of those teams, but for now, we're going to bring it back over to Falco to wrap us up here.
Thank you, Toma. Thank you, BT. Hey, wonderful set. You know, even though on paper we see a 5-0, that's not always the case, and that's something that Marine Melody proved as these games went on, especially that Game 5. They got the early lead, held onto it, and then at the very end, Aquatic, Vanguard, Twig able to just sneak it in. All about the patient game. Congratulations to Aquatic, Vanguard for getting that win.